Hello dear students, welcome back to first PUC Tungal online classes. In the last class we came up to applications of thermal expansion of solid. Now in this session we will discuss the thermal expansion of liquid and thermal expansion of gases. Shall we go? Initially we will see thermal expansion of liquids. Thermal expansion of liquid. See here, the liquid and gases has not a coefficient of linear expansion and coefficient of aerial expansion. They have only coefficient of volume expansion. Then what happens when liquid and gases are heated? Initially, when gases or liquids are heated, there are two types of changes are possible. One is change in volume and the change in density of the liquid. Initially we will see how the volume changes, then later we will see how the density changes. But remember, when liquids are heated gradually, the mass of the liquid always remains same before heating and after heating. I mean, there is conservation of mass takes place here. See here, initially now we will go for directly volume expansion of liquids. Generally, when liquids are heated in a vessel, initially the level of liquid will fall, because when initial heat is provided, the volume of the vessel get expand, as the level of liquid falls. Later on what happened? Later on, when vessel expanded more heat, and later on the water also gradually increased, its volume is gradually increased, because after maximum expansion of the vessel, the water or liquid absorb the more amount of heat, as a result it may get expanded. Directly, the expansion of the liquid can be considered in two ways. One is apparent expansion, second one is the real expansion, or we can call coefficient of apparent expansion, coefficient of real expansion of liquid. Then we will go in first apparent expansion of liquid, or coefficient of apparent expansion, coefficient of volume expansion of a liquid apparently. Shall we go? See here, first case is coefficient of apparent volume expansion, or can call apparent coefficient of volume expansion. How to call? Apparent coefficient of volume expansion. See here, coefficient of volume expansion apparently mean what? When liquid heated, there are two types of expansions are possible. One is expansion of vessel, second one is expansion of liquid. If we consider only expansion of liquid, then we are calling apparent expansion of liquid. Here, how to define coefficient of apparent expansion of liquid? It is the expansion of liquid due to heating without consider the expansion of vessel. I mean, by ignoring the expansion of the vessel, we have to consider only expansion of liquid. That is, expansion of liquid due to heating without consider expansion of vessel. This we are calling coefficient of apparent expansion of liquid. Shall I take here? How to take? I will take the vessel. This is a vessel. Small vessel containing the liquid. Small vessel containing the liquid. This is the level of the liquid. level of the liquid, right? When it is heated, when this is heated by cold source here, shall I take? What happens? Two types of expansion is possible. One is what? Expansion of the vessel. Second one is expansion of liquid. If we consider only expansion of the liquid due to heating, then we are calling apparent coefficient of volume expansion, right? What is apparent coefficient of volume expansion? The expansion of liquid. Expansion of liquid due to heating, without taking expansion of vessel. Expansion of vessel is called as apparent coefficient of volume expansion. Then this apparent coefficient of volume expansion, how it is? Already is there. The change in volume is the directly proportional to original value, directly proportional to change in temperature, right? Or change in value must be equal to some constant, what are calling constant? Gamma A into V into delta T, where gamma A, what are calling? Apparent coefficient of volume expansion. Del V by V into how much? Delta T. What is gamma A? Apparent coefficient of volume expansion. After this, one more type of expansion, what are calling? Real coefficient. Real coefficient of volume expansion. Volume expansion. Right. What about this? When liquid heated, there is expansion of vessel and expansion of liquid. That is, real expansion means expansion of liquid or increase in volume of the liquid due to heating. Here real expansion means we have to take expansion of vessel and expansion of liquid. That we are calling a real coefficient of volume expansion. Shall I take here? How to define real coefficient of volume expansion? The expansion of liquid due to heating, expansion of liquid due to heating is called as real coefficient of volume expansion. Real coefficient of volume expansion. See here, real coefficient of volume expansion, how to represent? That is coefficient of real volume expansion, how to represent? Look at here again. Shall I take the change in value? The change in volume of the liquid directly proportional to original volume, directly proportional to change in temperature, or what you can call change in volume equal to constant. What is constant? The gamma R. Gamma R is what? Coefficient of real expansion into delta T, or what is gamma R? Coefficient of real expansion equal to del V divided by V into how much? Delta T. This is real coefficient of volume expansion. Now students, we will see the change in density of the liquid with the temperature. Shall we see that concept? Density of liquids with the temperature. density of liquid with the temperature. Density of liquid with the temperature. Here already we said that when liquids are heated, density decreases due to increase in volume. But what about mass? Mass remains same. Shall I take how the change in density takes place with increase in temperature? See here, I will take a vessel containing the liquid. This is the vessel containing the liquid. This is the vessel, simple vessel I will take, and this is the level of liquid. Right? Initially, consider the density of the liquid. Density of the liquid is rho. Volume of the liquid is V. Right? Temperature of the liquid is nothing but T. Shall I take? It is rho 1, V1 and T1. Better. In this case, what is mass? Before T, what is mass? Mass is equal to density into volume. Mass is equal to density into volume. Shall I call this equation number 1? Now I want to provide some amount of heat. As a result, the temperature increases from T1 to T2. See here, same case I will take. Again I will take the vessel. This is the vessel I will take. This is the vessel. This is the level of liquid. Now I want to provide some amount of heat. This is the amount of heat source. Some amount of heat. Now what happens? The density rho 1 changes to what value? Rho 2. Volume V1 changes to V2. Temperature T1 changes to T2. Right. What is final mass here? The mass of the liquid always remains same, right? Mass is equal to density into volume V2. Right? Shall I call this equation number 2 now? Very simple. Compare equation 1 and 2. Compare equation 1 and 2. Here also mass, here also mass. How to represent? Rho 1 V1 equal to rho 2 V2. Right? Or from this second how to write? Rho 1 divided by rho 2 equal to rho 1 divided by rho 2. Rho 1 divided by rho 2 equal to how much? This is V1 divided by how much? V2. Right? Shall I call this equation number 3? But remember, when liquid heated from T1 to T2, then volume changes from V1 to V2. How to represent the final value? We know that the final volume of the liquid can be given. V2 equal to how much? V1 into bracket 1 plus gamma into delta T. Right? According to volume expansion. Then V2 I want to keep in equation number 3. What happens here? Shall I take equation 3 now? What is equation 3? Rho 1 divided by rho 2 equal to V1 is there divided by V2. What is V2? V2 is equal to V1 into bracket 1 plus gamma into how much? Delta T. V1 get cancelled. Right? Then what is remaining? What is remaining from this? Rho 1 divided by rho 2 equal to how much? Rho 1 divided by rho 2 is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus gamma into delta T. Right? Or you can call final density is equal to initial density into how much? 1 plus gamma into delta T. Right or wrong? From this what are we getting? Final density of the liquid is decreased because it is very smaller value. Right? Or you can modify this equation like this also. How to modify? See here, shall I reverse way? Or how to write rho 1 divided by rho 2 this equation? Look at it, this will change. Rho 2 by rho 1. Rho 2 divided by rho 1. See here. Rho 2 equal to rho 1 into bracket 1 plus delta T. From this, how to write? From this you can write rho 1 divided by rho 2 equal to This I want to modify. 1 divided by 1 plus delta t, how to write? 1 plus gamma into delta t raised to minus 1. You can write like this. Expand this by binomial theorem. What are we getting? If we expand by binomial theorem mean rho 1 divided by rho 2 equal to 1 minus gamma into delta t. If we expand by binomial theorem, or we can write like this, rho into delta t 1 minus gamma t, right? Or rho 1 equal to rho 2 into bracket 1 minus gamma delta t. Both are the same here. Either you can represent this equation or this equation. I mean, the density of the liquid is decreases with the increase in temperature, but volume is increased. How much volume is increased? V2 is equal to V1 into bracket 1 plus gamma delta t, and final density equal to rho 1 into bracket 1 plus gamma into delta t. Right, students? After this, by heating, the water has a special property. That property we are calling anomalous property of the water. That concept we will see now. Concept is anomalous property of water. Anomalous property of water. Anomalous property of water. Look at what about anomalous property. Usually, when water heated from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, it get contract. But when water heated from 4 to 100 degrees Celsius, it get expand. Right? Generally, what we know, students, any matter heated, it get expand. But water has special property or unusual property we are calling. Unusual property means when water heated from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, it get contract. On other hand, when water cools from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, it get expand. The unusual behavior of the water from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius is called as anomalous property of water. Shall we define the anomalous property of water in what way? Anomalous property means the unusual behavior. Unusual behavior. Unusual behavior of water from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Unusual behavior of water from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius is called as anomalous property of water. Anomalous property of water. Anomalous property of water. See here. What we said? When water heated from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, it contracts. When water heated from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, it contracts. I mean, the volume of the liquid is decreased because reason is that when water heated from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, whatever hydrogen bond, the hydrogen bond remaking takes place. As a result, volume decrease, so it get contract. ಯಾವಾಗ ವಾಟರ್ನ 0 ದಿಂದ 4 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ? ಕುಗ್ತದ. ಯಾಕೆ ಕುಗ್ತದ? 0 ದಿಂದ 4 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ? ರೀಮೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದ? ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ? ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. ರೈಟ್. But when water cools from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, it can expand. What I said? When water cools from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, it can expand. It can expand. This property we are calling anomalous property of water. Right? When cools from 0 to 4 degrees, 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, whatever hydrogen bond is breaking takes place. So it get expand. Shall I take here? What happens? When heated from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, contract and 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, it get expand. Right. When water cools, in what season water cools? In the winter season. In the winter season, the upper surface of the lake or ocean becomes freezes. Upper surface of the river or ocean becomes freezes. Because reason is there. Reason is, when water cools from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, it expands. Exactly at 0 degrees Celsius, water is converted into ice. When cools down from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, exactly at the 0 degrees Celsius, water becomes ice. So upper surface of the layer of the river, ocean or lake becomes freezes. But below the water, below the surface, always the temperature at 4 degrees Celsius or above 4 degrees Celsius. So the water does not freezes in the down of the river. This property helps to survive the aquatic lives during winter season. ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳಕತ್ತೀವ್ರಿ, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಫ್ರೀಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದ, ಬಿಲೋ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಿಲೋ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ ಅದು ಫ್ರೀಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕ್ರಿ? ಅದರ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ 4 ಡಿಗ್ರಿನೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಫ್ರೀಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದ? when water cools from 4 to 0, then only it becomes fridge. Upper surface only becomes fridge because on the upper surface temperature is from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. But below the depth of the water, temperature always greater or equal to 4 degrees Celsius, hence it does not freezes. Right? Now let us discuss from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius or 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. What is the volume and what is the density of the liquid? ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, ಯಾವಾಗ ವಾಟರ್ನ 0 ದಿಂದ 4 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಗ್ತದೆ. If we heat the water from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, it get contract. Contract means volume decrease. How it does decrease? Shall I take? When water heated, here I will take the temperature along x-axis and volume along y-axis. I will take temperature is 0 and it is 4 degrees Celsius. Look at it. When water heated from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, initially volume is decreased. Exactly at 4 degrees Celsius. At 4 degrees Celsius, the volume of the water is minimum. Here volume of the water is minimum. This is the minimum value. But if you heat the water from 4 to 100 degrees Celsius, then volume is increased. No matter for this. This is from where to where? This is from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. And what about this? This is a 4 to 100 degrees Celsius. 4 to 100 degrees Celsius. But our matter is we have to discuss only from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. At 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, volume is minimum. Volume is minimum. At temperature 4 degrees Celsius. But what about density? If volume decreases, density increase. How the density increase? That graph we will see. Look at me again. Along y-axis I will take density. Along x-axis I will take the temperature. The density exactly this is at 4 degrees Celsius. When water heated from 0 to 4, it can contract, volume decreases, density increases. How the density increase? Exactly at 4 degrees Celsius, density is maximum. This is from where to where? 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. But when water heated from 4 to 100 degrees Celsius, volume is increased. Then what about density? Density decrease. Right? I mean, when water heats from 0 to 4, it get a minimum value, as a result maximum density. So the density of the water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. But if it cooled down, what happened? When water cools from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, it will expand. As a result, upper surface of the lakes or river or ocean during winter season becomes ice. But below the water, below the surface of the water, it remains same because the temperature always equal to 4 degrees Celsius or greater than 4 degrees Celsius. So this property what you are calling anomalous property of the water. After this, now we will see expansion of gases due to temperature. We said that already, when gases are heated, there what happens? Only expansion of volume takes place. Their pressure may change, value may change, temperature may change. Right? Now we will see thermal expansion of liquid gases. See here, in thermal expansion of gases, we will see coefficient of volume expansion with the temperature. Coefficient of volume expansion with the temperature of the ideal gas. Shall I see? Coefficient of volume expansion. Coefficient of volume expansion. Coefficient of volume expansion of ideal gas, because when gases are heated, only volume changes, but what about mass remains same. Already we know. To understand this, how the coefficient of volume changes for the gas with the temperature. Shall we see this one? Look at me. Now I will take an ideal gas in a vessel. Ideal gas means the gases which obey Boyle's law, Charles law, this we are calling ideal gases, or the gases which maintain at a low pressure and high temperature, this we are calling ideal gas. Right now, see here. I will take the ideal gas of mu moles. Mu moles you can call, right? What about this one? Mu moles are there. What about pressure? Pressure is P, temperature is T, and volume is what? V value. Right? We know ideal gas equation. What is ideal gas equation? Ideal gas equation, PV is equal to how much? PV is equal to mu RT. PV is equal to mu RT. Shall I call this equation number 1? Right now. But students, gases are heated under two conditions. One is under at constant pressure or under at constant volume. Two conditions gas are heated. Now the gas is heated under constant pressure. I will take. See here. When gas is heated under constant pressure, some amount of it is provided under constant volume. So under constant pressure. When pressure is constant, what it changes? Volume changes, temperature changes. Right? When volume and temperature changes, what about coefficient of volume expansion? Shall at the coefficient of volume expansion, so what happens? The change in volume due to temperature directly proportional to original volume, directly proportional to change in temperature according to coefficient of volume expansion, or how to write? Del V equal to gamma into how much? V into delta T, or we can call directly gamma equal to del V divided by how much? V into delta T. Right? You can represent by del V, del T, or you can represent like this also. Like this you can represent. Gamma is equal to del V can be represented like this also. This also correct. V into how much? Delta T also represented like this. For my convenience, I will take del V similar to dV, del T similar to dt. Now, shall I call this an equation number 2? But now the coefficient of volume expansion for this liquid, how it is related to temperature? How it is related? That is the question here. Question is, how this coefficient of volume expansion of this liquid related to temperature? What conditions we are hitting? The gas is heated under constant pressure. When gas is heated under constant pressure, what about equation number 1? See here, if pressure is constant here, what it changes? Volume changes, temperature changes. R is constant, mu is constant, already we know. Now, differentiate this equation 1 by keeping pressure as constant. How to do? If pressure constant means P is constant. Now, differentiation of P, that becomes dV. That becomes dV. Mu is constant, R also constant. Differentiation of T becomes what value? dt. Right? Or this equation how to represent? How to modify this equation? This equation shall I modify? dV divided by dt equal to mu into R whole divided by how much? P. Right? Shall I call this equation number 3 now? Right. Now put equation 3 in equation 2. I order equation 3 na 2 olagu enagtadu nodadu. Gamma equal to, right, dV by dt is equal to mu R into P, mu R divided by P. How it is? Mu R divided by P into how much? P. Right? But from equation 1, ideal gas equation is the PV equal to mu RT. Equation 1 is another. PV na henge replace ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, mu into RT ಇಂದ replace ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. What to do here? Gamma equal to mu into R whole divided. PV can be replaced. Mu into RT. Right? Here mu get cancel, R get cancel. What are taking? Gamma inversely proportional to temperature. We can call this alpha V also. Alpha V inversely proportional to temperature. Alpha V means the volume expansion. Volume expansion in 3 times. Either you can call gamma or alpha V. I mean, from this coefficient of volume expansion inversely proportional to temperature. If the temperature of the gas is increased, coefficient of volume expansion of the gas will be decreased. Andre ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ತದ, ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಹಂಗೇನಾಗ್ತದ, ಕೊಯಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಕೊಯಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೊಯಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ as a function of temperature. Coefficient of volume expansion of ideal gas with the temperature. I mean, if the temperature of the gas will increase, definitely coefficient of volume expansion is decrease. So students, these are the concepts concerned to thermal expansion of liquid and thermal expansion of gases. The remaining concept we will see in the next class. Thank you.